All right, here we go. Hey, now I had wrote my name in this page here, and so it says produced, written, and directed by Brandon Drucker, and this is my dream that I wanted to be, and so, and then here it says of all the best movies, best famous movies. Hold on for 1 second. Whew, it's getting cold in here. So, narrator by Brandon Drucker, and I'm going to narrate the whole movie. Autistic movie, songwriter, cartoon movie with the imaginary things, cartoon show, which is The Legendaries, director, cameraman by Brandon Drucker, which is me. He will pay the actors and actresses as the producer, the writer and the director. I will make a lot of money. Money. This movie production is good business for me. And then the writer and the editor. So here we go. The writer writes the script for the actors of what to say in the movie. The director's job is to lead the actors to bring to life his vision. The director has a vision in his head and leads the actors to reenact his vision. Director is coming up with an idea, with a picture of a place in his head. Right here. And tell them what to do. Tell them whatever they need to do. Editor is a person who is in charge of and determines the final content of a text. He was the editor of the Yale Review. Movie editor, a creative and technical part of the post-production process of filmmaking. One of its sequences has become an icon of movie editing. Editor means fixing papers and editing papers. The editor wrote a paper for a business. Editor means who does newspaper. In charge of newspaper. Editor means someone who makes changes or edits to something to improve it or update it. I was the editor to the magazine. Movie editor is when someone who edits or goes over and makes changes to scripts and scenes in movies. The movie director does not do any edits or changes to movies. The movie director does not do any edits or changes to movies. Only the editors does the editing, not directors, not producers, only the editors. The director doesn't do the editing. The editors do the editing because they are editors. The editor's job is to fix the mistake and redo it. The editor is making sure that the actions stay good, making sure that the actors are doing the right thing. They know that the actors makes mistakes sometimes and the editor says that they have to do it again. The editors works for the movie production. The movie has to be edited. The producers tell them to edit it. The producers and the editors are working together and helping together. The editors and the producers are making sure that the movie has to be great. If not, then nobody else is not going to watch it. Somebody will say, that movie is dumb. That movie doesn't make no sense. The people are called haters. The movie is whack. The movie is so stupid. That movie sucks. They're gonna start making up those crappy comments about this movie, about that movie. Everybody's gonna start making those crappy ass comments about those movies because nobody didn't do a good job, you know? That's because the editors has to make sure that it is right. See? That's their job, is to make sure that it is right. Editor means when somebody that fixed the mistakes of the writing. The editor was working very hard. Movie editor, when somebody that edits the movie. Writer means someone who writes like a movie, short story, a letter, a book, a song. Alright, so for example, which is a songwriter, a book writer, a movie writer, a script writer, person that who writes. See, I'm a writer. I write books. I'm an author of the book. I'm a songwriter. I'm an author. That's what I am. The writer. Writer is when the person who writes the scripts for the movie. The editors and the writers that writes the script together. A writer is someone who writes books, poems, letters. She loves to write. She truly is a writer. A person is a movie writer when it says written by whoever, which means somebody is doing the script for the actors to say and memorize for the whole movie. Somebody is doing the script for the actors to say and memorize for the whole movie. Writer means when a person that writes. A writer is a person that writes stories all the time. I am a writer. That's right stuff. My name is Matthew and I am a writer. He or she writes the story for the movie. The writer means somebody that writes music, scripts, and a book. Like somebody is a songwriter, a script writer, a book writer. My name is Michael, and I am a music writer. My name is Michael, and I am a music writer, and I am a writer for the music. A writer is a person who writes stories, articles, or other texts. The author of the book is a writer. The director is just being smart of how he wanted it to be. That goes with the film. The producers and the directors does not want this scene to be in the movie. So it's bad, terrible about which scenes will go in order. So when they film it, they delete this scene and they have to redo it. Like, redo the film again. Producer means someone who creates. It depends on what they create. That music producer is good. the producer to that movie is good. Producer means they are in charge of the entire production of a movie or a song. Producer is the boss. Producer is the boss. Producer is the boss that who controls the cameraman and everybody. Mike was a main producer of the movie Car Show Going Wild. Producer is all kinds of producers. It's a person, company, or a country that makes, grows, or supplies goods or commodities. The supplier is a person or an organization that provides something needed, such as a product or service. Producer can be anything, like, for example, the music producer, the movie producer, the content producer. The music producer, the movie producer, and the content producer. Those are the main sources of the producer. Main sources, which means they are different types of producers. The producers create the content. The producers and the artists collaborate to create content. So, which is me right here. I had wrote the story about myself, which is that I will be the rapper and the singer and a composer. Composer. Rock star, which is that I will do mashups, covers, versions, and the bilingual songs, Spanish music, reggaeton artist. I'm a creative person. My nickname is Bazon, as Brandon Drucker, which is me. Superhero series. I will create like superhero stories and stuff, which is that I'm a language expert, vocabulary master, wise with intelligence, and a charming man. The best film. I will be like the best film, like Michael Bay as Brandon Drucker, which is me, because I will be like Michael Bay. He wants to be the best director, like Michael Bay. Yep, that's me. So now I'm going to show you one of those DVDs that I have in the shelf. I'll let you guys take a look at it right now. See those here? Look at that. One of those producers and directors have made all those movies here. See? Those are just all movies. See that? A lot of movies. A lot of movies. A lot of movies. A lot of movies right here. See? So a lot of movies here. A lot of movies here. 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 And here. And here. And here. Those directors and producers did all those movies. So see, because I bought those DVDs from the stores and stuff. So when it comes in the movie theaters, then it will come out on DVDs. See, I have them. So I'm gonna keep them forever. Oh yeah. And so The next thing that I'm going to talk about, which is music player, screen player, and a script. And so, a script is written dialogue and cues for a movie, play, act, or other forms of entertainment used as a guide. The actors followed a script when they were rehearsing for the play. Script, the written text of a play, movie, or broadcast. She had rehearsed her script earlier, but now the words evaded her. A letter paper or an acting paper sheet, an acting paper script. The manager wrote a script for a play. Script is a written dialogue that follow. A script is a written dialogue that you follow. I just got a script for the new movie that I'm doing. The writer is a script writer, which means somebody that writes the script. The director also can help with the script writer and tell them what to write for the actors to say in the movie. The script writer, a person who writes the written form of a play, movie, television show, etc. A person who writes a script. A person who writes scripts as for movies, radio, or television. A person who writes the words for movies or radio or television broadcasts. Someone who writes stories for movies, television programs. If you want to be a scriptwriter, you need many semesters of practice. In other words, he's already smarter than the film script writers. Sometimes a television scriptwriter is better at raising questions than a fact checker. A person who writes a script for a play, movie, or broadcast. Directors, scriptwriters, cinematographers, set designers, and the rest had to make hard decisions to work with the enemy or not work at all. The whole group of people helps out with the script. The actors will improvise the scene. The actors will improvise the scene. The group of people helps out, which is directors, scriptwriters, producers, actors, and actresses. The editors touch the movie after the editors does the cut scenes. They make sure that each scenes go together. The editor does not help them. So the editor comes after when the group of people makes the movie. Then the editor edits the movie. Sorry. So that's their job. Someone whose job is to write scripts for movies or television programs. One who writes copy to be used by an announcer, performer, or director in a film or broadcast. A person who writes scripts as for movies or television. Script, the text of a play, talk. Have the actors all got their scripts? And a songwriter. A songwriter is a musician who professionally composes musical compositions and write lyrics for songs. Knowledge of modern technology, sequencers, synthesizers, computers, sound editing, songwriting, elements, and business skills are now often requirements for a songwriter. What is a songwriter? Why we wrote this guide while there has never truly been a standardized or traditional approach to becoming a songwriter. and making a living as one, songwriting as a profession has perhaps never been more nuanced. Nuanced. As such, it is important for anyone interested in pursuing the craft to have a sense of all the opportunities and challenges that a songwriter may encounter when exploring the vast and complex landscape of the modern music industry. The purpose of this guide is to make it clear what songwriters do, where they tend to live, and how they make a living. The guide will provide a brief background of the craft songwriting, detail markets in which songwriters tend to be more successful, and reiterate REITERATE some of the different copyright formalities and revenue streams that the songwriter will navigate in the course of his or her career. This guide is for those who are interested in songwriting and want to learn how to pursue the craft professionally. Songwriters who want a fresh perspective on what the business looks like today. Publishers and other industry stakeholders who use and license songs. A songwriter is a person that writes songs, a person that produces songs. Bob, the songwriter, produced a play. Script is a handwriting distinct from print. Alright folks, I'm going to do the next video.